Hey, what's going on? All right. I started this, and right as I started it, said trying to reconnect, which wasn't connected in the first place. So, anyway, so I did that post last night about the fifth wheel, and I'm going to go over the setup of that. The setup of that is the same for any other product, and I've had a lot of success flipping and pre-flipping things and testing out markets just by putting up ads for things that don't have engaging response. And what I did with this fifth wheel is I found this fifth wheel. It's about 30 miles north of me, and the city I listed it in is an area that was hit by the hurricane, so the demand is extremely high. So I felt like on one end it was a low price, on the 130 minutes 30 miles north of me, and on the other hand, I felt like, okay, people down here are gonna need this, and they have insurance money and things like that. They have a need, and there's a lot of people sleeping out of their cars. So what service can I provide that really they could provide themselves, but people don't want to put in the work? And so I'm going to put in the work for them. I have a truck, I have a trailer, I have a fifth wheel connector dealie. I can go get that bad boy, bring it right down to where they are, 100 miles away, and go sell this thing. And the people 100 miles away, they didn't expand their parameters large enough, or they didn't think like I'm thinking. Like, how do you find something 120 miles away from where you're from that's going to be a really, really good deal? And so they want 3,500. I said double, but it's actually they want 3,500. I was thinking I can talk them down to three. I don't think that's going to be the case. As a matter of fact, I might even have to. I just offered them 3,700 because I didn't get a response. So rule number one: you make an offer on something that doesn't give you a response back, and you think it's a good price. Immediately come in there hot with a higher offer than they already want. Um, Next step is list that same product, same pictures, and list it in a different area. So um, yeah, so I'm basically just listing it in a higher demand area. I listed it for 6 grand. I have like 25, 30 messages. I'd have to go through and count. I think it's about 30 now of people that are really wanting it. But I didn't even get in touch with the original seller yet. I just made them an over offer for 3,700. So let's just play it out though. So let's say they say, "Wow, okay, you're gonna get 3,700. I'll give you first dibs." And I say, "Cool, I'll be there in I'll be there in a couple hours. Come check it out." And so I go look at it, confirm it's all good. They said it had a little leak that's an easy fix. I know from RV world that the roofs can leak. I know that some of the leaks are very simple. It's just a matter of putting caulking, something I do on my own RV, no big deal. Um, However, depending on how much leakage there has been, or if there's any damage that I can see, for me personally, I cannot ethically resell something that I know is going to be molded, even if I know I can make money off of it, because I've experienced mold and I've experienced how bad it is. It is devastating to anyone around it, especially women, especially children. Men seem to fare a little bit better with mold, but you will get your life destroyed hanging around black mold unprotected. So anyway, so the setup would be, okay, cool. They accept 3,700. I go over there. I see that the leak is very minimal. Um, I verified title. It's a same state to same state deal. So I would get them to sign off on the title on their end. I would not sign on the title. I would say, well, I'm picking it up for a buddy. My buddy that's got 6 grand, you know what I'm saying? And so I would go get it for the 3,700. Already have somebody that, let's say, okay, well, look, you got to put a deposit down on this thing or something, something that just makes it to where I know these fuckers are going to move forward. And so go and get it, 3,700, get the title, get them to sign off on it. Don't put your own name on it, because then that means that you're going to have to register under yourself, get then redo the freaking deal when you go there, right? The part that sucks about some of this stuff is that you've got to do like notary bullcrap. So I would get all the info from this guy, his license, his picture of his license, all that good stuff. I'd pick the damn thing up. I bring it. I start responding to all these leads. Got it. Here's more pictures. Here's the virtual tour. Blah blah blah. Boom. Get it sold. Let's say 5, 6. I might even be able to bid the price up. I might even say, hey, look, I got an offer for 6, which might be true. Probably, I would say, don't lie that you have 6. But if you got 6 and someone's like, hey, I really need it, I'll do 65. So then you bid that price up. But let's just say, 6, and someone's very serious. They sent me, a couple $100 deposit that's non-refundable. If they change their mind, I keep the deposit sort of deal. I bring that thing down there, get the money from them, same day close. Some of you might not have the money to pull that off. Money's irrelevant. When you have a deal, money's irrelevant. People with money have not enough deals a lot of times, or they have people throwing them pie in the sky things that aren't going to work. You're like, no. Here's the deal. I got this thing. I need $3,700. I'll give you $300 just to give me this money and to take this risk. Okay? And if it goes to shit, that is a risk you took for an above average, by far, return. We're talking possibly a same day return. Like I go get it for $3,700. I bring it down there. I pay $100 in gas and count my time or whatever, and then I give them $300 once I sell it for 6, and I get $2,000, and they get $300 same day. A lot of people are going to want to take that chance. You're talking a 10% same day return, which if you amortize that over a year is like you're rich in 1 year, right? Of course, these deals aren't going to come along every day, and you're not going to be able to roll their money over, blah, blah, blah. But that is how that deal would work. Now, that is a stretch for most people to think about that deal. Okay, so let me scale this back a little bit. What I did last year is I needed a trailer to haul shit. And I found a guy, like, again, an hour and a half away from the city in a different state selling trailers. So when I bought the trailer new, I didn't have to pay taxes on it because it was in a different state. I had to bring it home to my state and pay taxes on it. But what I did is I said, don't put me on the title. Just give me the certificate of origin, and I'm gonna handle this when I get down there. And so I'm buying them for $1,100. I listed it on the way home. I listed it for $1,350, and I sold it before I got home. So like I literally got home and met somebody, and then had to go back and get myself a new freaking trailer. And of course, like I didn't stop it there. I ended up doing that with, let's say, a dozen or so trailers to go ahead and pay for my own trailer. And that worked out beautifully, right? It worked out beautifully. I knew there was a demand just by posting it and seeing. If it wouldn't have worked out, then I'd have just kept it. But I basically like pre-sold something for I think it was $250 is what I was making on each one, or $350 maybe in the peak. And you can do that with that. You can do that with smaller things. You can find a phone, let's say, that's far away, and you're like, wow, this person has it for $500. You just take their pictures, you list it for $600, you line up a buyer, you go get that deal for the $500, you drive, and then you bring it back to the real person. So anyway, this deal has many different applications of how you can pull this off. The main thing is just thinking creatively and making money that you know you're going to make before you actually spend your money on it. So let me know if that helps you, and look forward to some of y'all trying to pull this off later.